Introduced. However, I would like to take a moment to request you all to kindly donate blood as and when situation arises or time permits. What makes me say this is I myself have donated blood for 39 times. So please make a point to donate blood. There are lot many people, lot many thalassemia patients who are in need of blood every day. Update, then we'll go for why we need innovation. What is the importance of innovation? Why everyone is talking about innovation? Innovation क्या है? Innovation का process क्या है? क्या example है? सब लोग बात करें innovation, 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 entrepreneurship. तो ये चीज है क्या? Let us understand in a classroom kind of environment, right? Why now is the best time to start a startup in India? Why this is the right time for all of you? If you decide to become an entrepreneur, then kudos to these guys. Definitely, they will come up with a great product, and probably their rate or growth percentage, their acceleration would be much better than a person who is just meant for serving someone. All right. Then we go for Q&A. So we conduct events in various academic institutes, like we had one on Women's Day at Somayas. Next, then we conducted a workshop for introduction to POC, prototyping, and MVP. It's a faculty development program. Next, we did a couple of events in G20. Next, Bharat Startup Summit. This was held in Gujarat. We were part of it. Next, did a couple of technology awareness workshops. This was for 5G at Academic Institute. Next, then conducted multiple events at Jamnagar Vidaj as well. I also teach entrepreneurship at JBIMS. Next, another event. This was for Youth 20, under Startup 20, under G20. So this was the kind of events we conducted as IEEE Entrepreneurship. Next slide, please. We also conducted various events, like this one is for concept to code, startups empowered by artificial intelligence. This was an event focused on helping founders who are working for startups and they are using AI-enabled startups as their primary platform to serve their customers with products or services. We are also there at G20 in Green Hydrogen Summit. This is a summit focused for industry leaders on green hydrogen. What is the most difficult thing in entrepreneurship? बताइए. Yes, capital. Okay. Yes,
Execution of an idea.
execution of an idea. Yes. Sorry. Sustainability. Okay. Anyone from this side? Be vocal. Text. Yes. What? Yeah.
Innovation is all about creativity.
Innovation means creativity. What else?
Of how we create, of how we thinking, of which way we will think. Means how create new things in our life. We can name it as innovation.
Very good. Very good. Who else would like to share their views on what is innovation? What comes to your mind when this question is thrown to you? बताइए.
Something uncommon.
हाँ?
Something uncommon.
Something uncommon. What else? Be vocal. बताओ. Create something which can solve a small or big problem. Yes. What else? Be vocal. क्या बात कर रहे हैं? Ideas, methods, products, services or solutions. that have a significant positive impact and value, right? छोटी छोटी इनोवेटिव इम्प्रूवमेंट्स रहती है, मे बी ऑनियन कटर, it is innovative, it makes some positive impact, or any new service like UPI, or any new feature like voicemail, right? A graduate BA with English, and she has her startup for cosmetics, and this Diwali she called and said, sir, month on month 10 lakh का revenue चालू हो गया. Every month she is selling cosmetics worth 10 lakh rupees. So it is not necessary that if you are not a technology savvy or tech aware or tech qualified person, startup is not for you. Are we clear? Right? Or internet. Have you tried internet?
Yes. Broadband and then dial-up.
There used to be dial-up modem. एक complicated सा ची चू कुछ तो आवाज आता था, and then there used to be some silence. वो silence में हम लोग pray करते थे, connect हो जाए, right? और यदि किसी ने 5 MB का फाइल भेज दिया, तो हमारा चेहरा बहुत बिगड़ जाता. 5 MB डाउनलोड करना मतलब एक और काम आ गया, क्योंकि वो आधा घंटा लेता है डाउनलोड करने. So we have transitioned from dial-up internet to on-demand, always on internet. हम लोग 4 लोग ये जनरेशन से जहाँ पे हम लोग BlackBerry फोन यूज करते थे और 2 GB डेटा प्लान में पूरा महीना चलाते थे. आज की तारीख में आपके पास में हर एक के पास में 2 GB a day प्लान है, करेक्ट? The way tech is advancing, the way innovative services are advancing, the way we consume data, the way we live, work, commute, interact, socialize, entire thing is changing. Thus, there is a great opportunity for all of you to build something and then serve the society. Next slide, please. There is a demanding market. कुछ नया करें तो तुरंत बिक जाएगा, right? A simple example, EMRD bills. साबुन आता है, साबुन से वो बॉडी वॉश पे आ गया. एक्चुअली साबुन बनाने के लिए कॉस्ट ज्यादा है, क्योंकि पहले केमिकल मिक्स करो, फिर उसे सॉलिडिफाई करो, बाद में बेचो. तो साबुन से महंगा बॉडी वॉश बेचना चालू किया. Their operating cost came down and the product started selling. What is this? It's just an innovation in the process. Process innovation. ये कोई नई बात नहीं. Growth. We want to grow. Then we will have to innovate. Like Reliance Jio, we want to grow. We would have to innovate. We will offer voice calls for free. We'll charge only for data. Possible. What are the key components that makes innovation possible in an enterprise? Creativity and ideas. If all of us work in an enterprise, then if leadership encourages ideas and creativity, then innovation would thrive. Culture of innovation, or smallest innovation that helps someone save some time, should be valued and encouraged. Thus, you can bring in innovation in the enterprise, in this team even. There might be some process which is not needed. If you propose a change, then why are you writing these many things in every form? You just need to write certain key identifiers and you should be done. Probably that might be an innovation where some time is being saved by someone, some process efficiency is being suggested, and this is how we can build a culture of innovation. These are the kind of services we have. Social innovation, new innovative social services. Probably one of the initial social service innovation was Richard Papad or Amul, where society level के ऊपर सारी innovation products and cooperative movement से stakeholders को benefit मिला. Sustainable innovation, sustainable products का innovation, and open innovation. What is open innovation? I would request you all to study open innovation. Open innovation is a term wherein all stakeholders involved come together and innovate. So it is not a responsibility of SIES, students, faculties, parents, other leaders come together and innovate, co-create, and that is called open innovation. Next. In Navi Mumbai, we are getting 3D tooth implants. So dentist is measuring the tooth and then printing a 3D tooth for us, which can be implanted. Gene editing, CRISPR project is a famous project for that. Real-time payments, UPI. Internet streaming services, which one do we use? Internet streaming service. थोड़ा जोर से एक आध आदमी तो बोलो यार. Conversational AI. स्मार्ट स्पीकर किसके पास में है? हर एक के पास में स्मार्ट स्पीकर है. Have you tried? There is a feature which is very powerful. Have you guys tried to converse with your phone? If you have an Android phone, you can say, okay, Google. If you have iPhone, you can say, hey Siri, right? Have you conversed with your device? This is a very powerful feature. There is a book by Navi Rajdo and Jaideep Prabhu. I would request all to have a look at it. This is one of the well-read book as far as innovation enthusiasts are concerned. It's called Frugal Innovation, How to Do Better with Less. And there are a lot many new things, new Indianized innovations happening around us. Jaipur leg. All of us have witnessed that implant. Right? हाथ का होता है, पाँव का होता है. That's an Indian innovation to the world. Next, Mittikul. How many of you know about Mittikul? मिट्टी का रेफ्रिजरेटर है, which helps you store vegetables. Next, there is a lady, Godavari Satpute, and she is recycling products and paper for the benefit of society. Next, Remia chose, she did not like to wash clothes and she developed a device to wash clothes. पेडल से आपने व्हाट्सएप पे एक दूसरे को फॉरवर्ड भी किया रहेगा. So name of the innovator is Remia Jones. Next, निर्मला कंडलगांवकर. Vivam Agrotech. She manages waste in rural economy. And thus, by managing this waste, they are generating vermicompost, fertilizer, biogas, electricity generation, carbon credits, manages waste and keeps the locality clean. So someone came forward and did something for the society. Thus, it became a way of earning for them as well as for other team members. He turned his motorbike into a tractor. Government tractor भाड़े को देता है, टाइम लगता है, ट्रैक्टर जब चाहिए तो converted his motorbike to a tractor, and thus he also got a couple of awards for Google innovation. Next, Chotu Pool and Chotu Wash. Godrej products. Next, Tata Nano. When it was launched, no one could agree that a car can be launched in less than $2,000. It was world's cheapest and best car in that specific category. And out of my curiosity, I also keep on researching. So I would recommend you to have a look at this article. How Google keeps on innovating. Right? We think Google to ekdam like epitome of innovation, and they keep on thinking they are at the forefront of innovation. They bring new services, new products. तो एक ongoing basis के ऊपर continuously कैसे करते हैं? How do they do it? What framework, what strategy they follow? So जब कुछ काम नहीं है, लगे कि हाँ सच्ची में कुछ तो पढ़ना चाहिए, कुछ बड़ा बनना है, तो ये आर्टिकल एक बार देखें. These are 8 pillars of innovation at Google. Alright, I would leave this with London, Beijing and Boston. If you think of India, Bangalore, Delhi, then Amchi Mumbai, Hyderabad, Chennai. So we are in number 3 city. Think good about it and take benefit and advantage of options available to you. Next. So you have covered India update, startup ecosystem, introduction. Now let us go for why now is the best time to start a startup in India. Everyone is talking about. Let us begin the next section. So these are the 10 driving factors for our startup ecosystem. We are second largest internet user base in the world. We are number 2 in data consumption. Indians consume the second highest amount of data on this planet. We are number 1 in real-time payment. We are third largest startup ecosystem. We are number 3 in adding unicorns. What is a unicorn? A startup that has got a valuation of $1 billion. We are second largest social media user base. Can you tell me who is not on Instagram in this class? Not only one. Right? So that is the level of adoption. And I am also not available on Instagram. Okay, so it's not just me. I am also there. We are number 1 in export of software services. We are considered IT capital of the world, right? We are number 1 in adding graduates. Around 7 million new graduates enter the industry every year. We are largest English speaking population outside US and Europe. And we are a country where we get cheapest data. we get 1 GB data at less than 10 cents. So these are the factors which are driving growth of startups. Let us have a look at it. Go back. So there is a report titled as the Bharat 2.0 Internet Report. This was published in May 2022. You can have a look at it, download and research. The report says there has been a growth of active internet users in India, and the growth is by 45%. This was published in 2022, which was this time May 2022. It was, Corona was about to end, right? The third wave was about to complete, and this was the time when this report was published. There has been a 45% growth in active internet users in rural India since 2019. 2019 was which year? A year before Corona started. Correct? The Bharat 2.0 Internet Report said that female active internet users grew by 61% since 2019. What is the period under discussion? 2019 to 22, until the report was published. During that period, there has been a 61% growth of women internet users, while male users grew only 24% during the period. Another interesting fact the report says is, rural India has 352 million internet users, while urban India has, rural India has 352 million internet users, almost 20% higher than the urban. Then further, the editor of the report says, I expect with launch of 5G happening somewhere this year, this was in 22, there are certain categories which are going to see a significant upsurge. Right now we have got 5,000 plus towns which has 5G network. Right, from 22 to end of 23, 5,000 plus towns has got 5G coverage. So if you are building any product or services, you can sell this product or service in these 5,000 plus towns. Your customers are spread across these 5,000 towns. Rural India has got more internet users than urban India. We have got more female internet users than male users now. Right. Next slide. We are number 2 in data consumption. This has been researched, a report by Benedict Evans. थोड़ा देखने में प्रॉब्लम होगा, but if you look at this is 2012 and this is 2022. This is the pie chart for data traffic in 2012. This is Europe, North America, South Korea and Japan. They are at 75%. Then it's China at 12%. Then that is India at 2%. And then rest of the world. Now 2022, this 75% has become 27%. 10% has become 27%. China. India has grown from 2% to 21%. And rest of world remains around 37%. Europe, North America, South Korea and Japan. Reduction in traffic. India and China, they have got maximum growth. Thus, our economies are growing. The two Asian tigers, India and China, grew massively in the span of last decade. And thus, now, India holds 21% of global internet traffic and China 27%. So our data consumption is growing day by day. Next slide, please. The volume of wireless data surged multifold. There is an economic survey. This economic survey gets published before the discussion of budget. So Finance Ministry publishes an economic survey report almost a month before the budget is presented. And this has got various data analysis as well as facts and findings about Indian economy and other sectors. The economic survey in 2022 said that total telephone subscriber base has increased from 933 million in March 2014 to 1.2 billion in March 21. There is another project called BharatNet which connects various panchayat लेवल पे फाइबर कनेक्टिविटी एंड ब्रॉडबैंड कनेक्ट किया जा रहा है. 5.46 lakhs fiber optic cable has been laid for Bharat Internet project, and thus 1.73 lakh panchayat have been connected on this project. So look at the reach of internet in our country, and if you look at the impact this is given is Economic Survey of India 21-22 mentioned that India's average internet data usage has increased from 1.24 GB per month in 2018 to 14.1 GB in June 2021. 1.24 से 14.1 GB तक data consumption increase हुआ. We are number one in real-time payments. UPI is well known to everyone, right? When was the time when you tried to transact but the transaction failed? Did you experience any such occasion? ऑटो से उतरते ही बोलते भैया UPI कर दिया, ओके मिल गया, right? Transacts at speed of light. It doesn't happen that आपने ट्रांजैक्ट किया और वहाँ 3-4 मिनट तक कहीं पे पेमेंट ना पहुँचा हो. That is the skill, expertise and confidence of our technocrats, and we are able to serve our population at this level. When it started in 2016, the first month saw a transaction of only 38 lakh rupees. From June 2016 to December 22, right now it is touching around 12 lakh crores plus every month per month. Now that is stabilized and growing every month. This was the first time when it hit 12 lakh crores of transaction. और कितने यूजर है? Around 20 करोड़ यूजर है. 20 करोड़ यूजर मिलके इतना ट्रांजेक्शन कर रहे हैं. That's the beauty of India and economy of India. Next, we are number 3 in terms of startup ecosystem. We already know. Next, and this is because of vast network of Atal Innovation Mission and their labs in various academic institutes as well as college schools. Next, we are talking about UPI. Government has been the largest adopter of technologies and digitization. If you look at India's tech, as they call it, अभी तो खाली यही फेमस हुआ है. Then there is Bharat QR. Then there is EEPS. You know the value of Indian innovation. There is a European country, I would not like to name it. They wanted to enable their citizens to transact digitally. So they came up with the idea of transplanting a chip, and the chip would get implanted in this area between thumb and the first finger. यूरोपियन कंट्री होता है तो वहाँ पे तो 1-1.5 करोड़ पॉपुलेशन बहुत हो गया, उसमें इम्प्लांट करना ठीक है, 140 करोड़ में कहाँ इम्प्लांट करने जाओगे? So our scientists are using thumb impression with 256 bit of encryption to enable the transaction. Thus, it can get instantly rolled out and made available to each and every citizen of the nation. So that is the value of our innovation. They were to implant a chip and we just made it enable using tech to our 140 billion people. Next slide please. Our startups are also going beyond India. Do you know Ola is available in London? Ola is available in Australia. There are lot many startups who are serving customers outside India. Paytm is available in Japan. Paytm is available in Canada. Right? So thus Indian startups are also going global. Next. Everyone said innovation and things were dull in Corona times. But if you look at this newspaper articles, which has got statistics, more than 5,000 plus patents were filed and approved during this period. So the moment of innovation continued, moment of research continued in this period. Next. Here number 3, adding unicorns. As I said earlier, a unicorn is a startup which has got a valuation of $1 billion plus. And look at this, I have got some interesting stat for you. Mensa Brands became a unicorn in first 6 months of its incorporation. Company incorporate हुआ और 6 महीने में $1 billion का valuation achieve कर लिया. However, they were not the fastest one. In 2012, a Chicago-based AI firm, Avant, became the fastest unicorn in just 16 months, 16 days of incorporation. 16 दिन के अंदर उनका $1 billion का valuation record हुआ. That was the value of their innovation and demand of that innovation in the market. Right. Next slide. Everyone says Saudi Arabia is largest oil exporter of the world. कंट्री एक खाली ऑयल एक्सपोर्ट किया है, उससे ज़्यादा वैल्यू का सॉफ्टवेयर हम लोगों ने 2021 में एक्सपोर्ट किया. India exported more software than oil exported by Saudi Arabia. And I am talking about just one industry. I repeat, in 2021, India exported more softwares than oil exported by Saudi Arabia. I am talking about only one industry segment. I am not talking about heavy engineering industries. I am not talking about infrastructure. I am not talking about banking. I am not talking about aviation. I am not talking about any other industry, but just one industry. And look at the dominance. Look at the scale at which we Indians are operating. We should feel proud and feel good about it. Next. There are also certain statistics related to startups in the economic survey report, which says there were 452 registered startups in 2016. On 4th of July, we have crossed 1 lakh startups, registered startups in the country. 4th July 2023. In a G20 meeting, it was declared that India has more than 1 lakh startups now. This is how the startup ecosystem is growing. Startups have created more than 9 lakh jobs. Country has recorded 64% increase in the average number of new jobs in last 3 years. That was in reference to 2022. हम लोग पहले ये समझते थे कि मुंबई हैज गॉट अ एडवांटेज एंड मुंबई है बिकॉज मुंबई is a metro city, we would have more and more entrepreneurs, but we are wrong. Because in this class we have only 2 people who wants to become an entrepreneur. And the statistics support that. Tier 2 and Tier 3 cities are emerging hotspots as they are home to about 48% of our startups. 48% startups are being registered from Tier 2 and Tier 3 cities now. Startups are being envisioned as the spine of New India as they encourage the youth to become job creators than job seekers. Next. So that's me. Next. Yes. At least 4 of us come from a .com bubble. We have witnessed the .com bubble where we used to order T-shirt and we used to get a newspaper. Correct? Now our trust on e-commerce, our trust on laws has increased multifold. We get new products and services and we are willing to try those services. एक छोटा सा लीफलेट आता है न्यूज़पेपर के साथ में 1500 रुपए का रिचार्ज करो एक दूध फ्री में लो कोई प्रॉब्लम बिकॉज ऑफ ट्रस्ट सम न्यू प्रोडक्ट एंड सर्विसेज इफ वी सी ऑन Amazon we don't hesitate to buy because we are assured that जो पिक्चर में दिखता है वही मिलेगा right that is where if you build people or customers will come and try. So customers are willing to try new products built by startups, right? And I like this sentence by Ritesh Agarwal. It is extremely important to build something that 100 people absolutely love using rather than making something that 1000 people would just extend a life. So do not go behind those social media likes. Go and build something where 100 people would like to use it and pay for it. Right? That's it.